So today I'm going to be filming video, what are we on now? 8 or 9 of the 16-day request marathon? Not sure. One of the two. And today I'm going to be filming one of my most requested videos ever, which is my everyday skincare routine. So many of you guys want to know how I keep my skin clear. And just for the record, I am very fortunate to have very clear skin. I've never been acne prone. When I was a teenager, I obviously had more problem spots than I do now. I'm 23, so I've kind of gotten over that, but I still continue with a little bit of hormonal acne and also with blackheads, especially around my nose. And then I get little spots here and there. So I'm not someone who deals with a ton of acne. I have very, very dry skin, so that's more my problem area than acne is or oiliness is. So I'll start out with what I do at nighttime. At night is when I do most of my skincare, and I only use 3 products. So the first one is a eye makeup remover. I like to take off all of my makeup, and I've tried so many eye makeup removers. It's pretty crazy, and I've only tried drugstore because I refuse to spend upwards of $30, $40, $50 for an eye makeup remover. Anyway, I found something that is amazing and I will continue to repurchase. This is the Clean & Clear Soothing Eye Makeup Remover, and apparently it's new, which would make sense because I haven't found it before, and it is absolutely amazing. It says it's oil-free, but as you can see, it obviously has oil. You can see the separation there. But the oil that's in it is just enough to take off all the eye makeup and not too much where it feels like you have oily lids. It really does feel like you're just putting water on your lids, like that's the consistency of this, but it has enough oil so that you're not rubbing at your eyes, and it's pretty easy to get rid of all of the makeup. So I'll put this on a little cotton pad and use 1 cotton pad per eye. Take off all of my eye makeup. The next product I use is a cleanser, and my cleansers change depending on the season. My actual entire routine will change. So I'll do another one of these videos in the winter time to show you what I do then. But in the summertime, I really want something that's deep cleaning, but with no acne medicine in it. So I don't want anything with something like salicylic acid in the cleanser. That will strip my face of all oils, and although I have more oil in the summertime than I do in the winter, it's good for my skin. I do really need to worry about cleaning my skin at night because you do want to unclog those pores, but it's not so bad that it's causing me acne. So anything with something that is preventative against acne would be too much for my skin. What I use is the St. Ives. I swear by St. Ives as a brand. They're amazing. It never irritates my skin. They seem to use a lot of natural ingredients, which is really great. And this is the Fresh Skin Apricot Cleanser. So it is considered a cleanser, and St. Ives is really known for their scrubs. I'll show you a little bit here. So that's what the cleanser looks like there. It looks like a moisturizer. It actually doesn't look like a cleanser at all, and it's extremely, extremely moisturizing. But what you can't see on my finger, I'll try to... Yeah, there you go. You can see the little tiny red or orange micro beads in the product, like right up here. Those are exfoliating beads, so it is kind of an exfoliator, but because it's so lotiony, it isn't too harsh to use every single day. What I love about those microbeads though is they really get into my pores, so although it is moisturizing, it's also really getting in there and deep cleaning everything, which is exactly what I need. And last but not least, I've shown this a million times, so I won't go into too much detail, but I use my Nivea cream. This is my all-time favorite moisturizer, and I use it all year round, especially in the winter, but I do still use it in the summer. You can see there that mine is almost gone. It's a really, really thick white cream. This has been around now for 100 years, and my mother and my grandmother uses it, and I'm pretty sure my great aunt uses it too. So that's kind of how long this has been around and how great of a product it is. It's kind of like a line of women in my family that use this product. It's really good at hydrating dry skin in the winter, but it's also really great at just moisturizing your face in the summertime. I don't use nearly as much in the summer as I do in the winter, just a little bit, enough to get all on my skin and to make sure that everything is nice and moisturized and not dried out after I use my cleanser. So that's everything I do at nighttime, and then in the morning all I do is I wake up and I either take a shower, and the steam and everything in there usually takes care of anything on my face. If I'm not taking a shower, then I will splash my face 8 to 10 times with some warm water. And I do this because I want to clean my face off of any oils or any leftover moisturizer from the night before. I want that kind of refreshed look to my skin, but I don't want to use more cleanser because I'm trying to keep as much oil in my skin as possible, and I don't want to deep clean again. So I will just splash my face with water, pat it dry, and then take this bad boy out again and apply even less than I did at nighttime, just a little bit. I just apply it to my cheeks and a little bit to my forehead, but I don't apply any around my nose because that's where I get most blackheads. So I don't want to clog the pores anymore on my nose, but I apply it pretty much everywhere else, just a little bit. And for sunscreen protection, because Nivea does not have sunscreen, I either use a foundation or a tinted moisturizer with sunscreen in it. If I'm not doing that, then I'll take just my body sunscreen, and I thought I brought it out here, but I guess I didn't. But it's just an aerosol spray kind, so I'll spray a little bit into my hand and rub my hands in together and pat my face. I do this after I moisturize, but before I put on any makeup. And the nice thing about putting it on in the morning is that it has time to soak into your skin before you head out into the sun. So I apply that every single day, regardless of whether it's cloudy, sunny outside, or whether I'm going out or not. That way I'm just protected no matter what. That was my everyday summer skincare routine. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any comments, requests, or questions, leave them down below. That's it. I'll see y'all later. Bye.